Okay, it looks like we're going to have a little bit of a pregame show today, and this will be a part two. I made a mistake yesterday, and even though, let's make sure the audio is good here. Okay. All right, and even though I am independently rated at 99.99% accurate, I did make a mistake yesterday. I have to admit, I made a mistake yesterday, but it's being remedied. I promised that I would play this video with the lovely Brianna dancing, and it slipped my mind. I didn't get it in before the end of the show, and so I didn't do that, but I'm going to make good on it today. I am going to play a little bit of that clip, not the whole clip. I'm going to play a little bit of the clip, and if we keep our fingers crossed and we hope and pray, it's possible that the lovely Brianna will make another appearance on the show, and we can make good on my error, and not following through on playing that video. So let's see. Steph is in the house. Ken's in the house on the pregame show. This is a pregame show, part two of an emergency broadcast that started yesterday. And I'm wearing the 002 Stunner. I am wearing the same Brooks Brothers shirt, but I'm not wearing a tie with it today, but it is the same shirt. Notice that roll, that famous Brooks Brothers roll to the collar, to the button-down collar there, right there. So there you go. And let's do a close-up on, oh, there's the lovely Bree popping in. Let's do a close-up on the watch in question. See if I can get that really close there. That's the 002 Stunner peeking out from underneath that collar. Cuff. So, and the lovely Bree says it's okay. Well, I really shouldn't make those kinds of mistakes. I really shouldn't. I shouldn't promise the viewers something and not come through, but I'm going to come through today. I'm going to make good on it. Triforce Rich is in the house. Pulled the trigger on the SBGA 427. Just got off the phone with Steve. Whoa. Okay. Let me see if I can pull that up. SBGA 427. Give me a second. The 427. Pull it up on the official Grand Seiko website here. Give me a moment. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That is stunning. And I'll tell you what. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I'll tell you what. It's going to be more stunning in person than it is in this image, because this is more of a rendering, right? And I saw the video that Chris did, and this is a stunning piece of kit. A stunning piece of kit. And it's amazing to me that they came in at that price point and include the crocodile strap with the deployant. But I mean, that was aggressive pricing. With a great size, it's a great size watch. I believe it has a screw down crown. Let's look at the details on this. 13.3 mils thick, so it's relatively trim also for a spring drive especially. And let's see here, functions, screw case back, doesn't say screw down crown, but I believe it does have one. It's 10 bar water resistant. So, yeah, I mean, I was impressed when they first came out with that unit. And I'm still impressed. I am giving 2 thumbs up. I'm giving an approval on that piece. It's a great size. Let's see here. Triforce with 39 mil 1203. So should work as my dress watch. It's going to be too big for fiance, but if for some reason she still really loves it, I'll give it to her. Well, there you go. R. Wags is in the house. Hi, Blue old friend, and hi, Chip. Okay, hello, R. Wags. It has screw-down crown. There you go. Yep, I thought it did. And here's the thing I like about these spring drives. Look at that. That crown is robust. And some people bitched and moaned about the Snowflake, how it has a, kind of a large crown to it. To me, that's a plus. To me, the fact that they put a nice robust crown on there, when you unscrew it, it feels very solid, especially on my diver. I mean, that thing feels like a bank vault, right? I mean, it is, even when you unscrew it, you can't wiggle it back and forth. I mean, it is rock solid, and I like that. I like that they made it a little more robust. So, one thing that bugs me is when I see a watch with a wimpy little crown. A wimpy crown. We don't like the wimpy crown things. Let's see here. Jarvis Storm is in the house. Is she your daughter? Is whose daughter? You got to be specific. There's a bunch of people hanging around here. If you're asking if the lovely Brianna is my daughter, no, she's not, but I would certainly be honored if she was. She's a lovely young lady. She's obviously been raised properly, and she's got a lot of class, and so 2 thumbs up for the lovely Brianna. While we're waiting here, let me play the video before I forget. To give you the backstory on this, part 1 yesterday, the lovely Brianna came in and we talked about some videos she's working on, and I promised that I would play a little video clip of her dancing, and it slipped my mind. I have to admit, it just slipped my mind, and the end of the show came and I didn't do it. But anyway, this is the video in question. I'm going to play a little bit of it. I'm not going to play a lot. You can find the whole video if you want, but I'm going to play a little bit right now.
Another Can't Courtney song, Matanzas, and it's going to be a little bit sultry. Let me know what you think.
Okay, I'm going to pause that. I think that's enough. I don't want to get you guys too excited there. I think that's enough. But anyway, that's the lovely Brianna, briefitdance.com. And you can find that video on my channel. Just search Brianna, and then you'll find a lot of cool videos on her channel. And if we keep our fingers crossed, she might be calling into the show. She might be calling into the show. Okay, so let me get caught up on this here. Good evening from Switzerland. Mustang Will says hello to everyone. Triforce Rich says 39 million trumpets at work. Okay, I already read that one. Okay. And glad to see R Wags in the house. R Wags, by the way, what do you think? Do you think we're going to go back up and test 12,000 on Bitcoin here fairly soon, or do you think we're going to have a dump? What do you think? Is it going to be a pump, or is it going to be a dump? That's the question. That is the question for the short-term thinkers out there. For me, I could care less, but for the short-term thinkers, that's their question. Let's see. Triforce Rich, I love the big crown. Huge plus for me. Forget about function. It proves an awesome vintage look. My Spectra is the same way, but it is a dive watch, so expected. A nice piece, Triforce Rich. Great price point. Enjoy. Eduardo says, hey guys. Oh, by the way, Triforce Rich, does he have it in stock? Is he shipping it now? Do tell. Do tell. We like details on this channel. We dig deep. We get into the details on this channel. If people don't like the details, they need to tune into another channel. A nice piece, Triforce, great price point. Yes, Eduardo says, hey guys, yeah, I got, Triforce Rich says, yeah, I got a bit of a discount too, so the price of the watch came out to what a Tudor would cost. Whoa. Okay. Mr. Q's in the house. Hello, all. And I am in the correct channel. And maybe Mr. Q, maybe we can do bag number 2. Bag number 2, if we have time, if the lovely lady Brianna calls in, and then if we have time, maybe we can do bag number 2 for Mr. Q. If not, another day. Actually, we probably don't want to hit them with bag number 2 this soon. We don't want to spoil them. The viewers might get spoiled. Eduardo's in the house. My warranty order from HD Straps came in today. Everything is now perfect. Okay, perfection. That's what we want. Can you can you send us a wrist shot, or maybe Skype in and show us a wrist roll with the watch? Let's see here. R Wags, yes, no dump, just a pump for the short-termers. Same for gold. Kyle Jet says, Craig, if you had to guess, what year will Bitcoin hit 1 million per coin? I mean, that could be a while. It could be 20 years. Things generally take longer than you expect a lot of times. I think we could easily hit 100,000 by the end of next year. I think by the next halving, within a year and a half of the next halving, I think we could hit 400,000. So that's another 4 years from now. I think we could hit 400,000. As far as 1 million, maybe 2 halvings after that. You know, maybe another 8 years after that, maybe even longer. It's going to take a while to get to that threshold, but I think 100,000 is going to come sooner rather than later. And then I think the next threshold is going to be around 400,000. Let's see what R Wags has to say. This is highly speculative stuff. What do you think, R Wags? I mean, you know, of course it could go to 0, right? The whole thing could fail. But if it continues on the trajectory that it's been going, and the demand continues to increase, this is a very limited supply commodity. 21 million is a small number, folks. So it could get pretty crazy. It could get pretty crazy. Let's see, try for switch. When we talked yesterday, he said he didn't, but apparently he found out last minute today that they had one left, so big surprise. It will be shipped soon. They need to size it first. Okay. Cool. That was a good move, because I'll tell you, there's starting to be some supply issues. I'm hearing reports from numerous sources of supply issues on high-end watches. So there can start being some issues. Blue says, where is gold going, R Wags? I believe the major banks have placed a $2,500 per ounce in the next 12 months on gold. Kyle, would you sell if it hit 1 million? You get subs fast if you do something flashy or controversial. I play the long game, though. I play the long game. I'll tell you what. Let me give you the stats here. Let me give you the stats. The stats. Okay, that's what we'll do. We'll give you the stats. Okay, let me go to my main site, my YouTube channel here, and I will pull up the stats, and I'll show you how we play the long game. Analytics here, analytics, analytical stats. Okay, so here is the stats from the last 30 days. So you're looking at 233,000 views, watch time 10.0K, subscribers plus 314 subscribers, and estimated revenue $486. That's usually low, by the way. That usually you actually get a little more than that, so I'll probably get like $550. So, but it's not much money, folks. Let me tell you. Now, subscribers, again, plus 314. So, if I had 314 subscribers in a month's time, I'm happy. Slowly but surely. Slowly but surely growing the brand. And again, we've said many times on this channel that we're about quality, not quantity on this channel. Quality, not quantity. No, yeah, that's it. Quality, not quantity. Let's see here. Triforce, one unique, but you're right about something flashy is one way I got a lot of subscribers. I mean, I literally picked up 15,000 subscribers on one of the videos that I did with Audrey. Yeah, it got like 1 million views and it got a lot of subscribers. So we'll get a hit video with the lovely Brianna here at some point, and we'll cascade on some more subscribers. You got to work at it. You got to work at getting a video to get 1 million views. It ain't easy. It ain't easy, Charlie. You just have to work at it. But it's doable. We've done it several times, so we can do it again. Let's see here. One unique thing they did with the watch is that they kept the lion logo on the back, indicating it is a special watch, but they added new technology to make it nearly invisible unless you flashlight. Oh, okay. So I should hold rather than sell gold. It's at all-time high, blue. I think gold's a good long-term play. Kyle's in the house. I don't think I could sell if it hit 1 million because you would be trading them for dollars that would most likely be close to useless at that point. That's the conundrum. Yeah, here's the thing with Bitcoin is it's all about the percentage of Bitcoin that you own. We know there's 21 million that will ever be created, right? And we know that several million have been lost. So let's say there's going to be 18 million in circulation, or maybe 17 million, whatever the number is. So the trick is, what percentage of those do you have? Right? The dollar value is going to be immaterial eventually. The thing that's going to be material is how many Bitcoin do you own? And that's what's going to measure your wealth in the future. And so, for example, anybody that has one whole Bitcoin will be considered to be, wealthy. And it'll probably take like 0.25 Bitcoin to buy a really nice house, for example, right? It'll take like a quarter of a Bitcoin. It'll take maybe 1/10 of a Bitcoin to buy a really nice car type of thing, like 0.1 Bitcoin, right? So that'll be the way everything will work. So my estimation is if you have, let's say 30 years from now, let's say you have 30 Bitcoin, right? Just to use a number, let's say you have 30 Bitcoin 30 years from now. You will be considered to be extremely wealthy. That's my guess. That's my guess where this whole thing's going to end up. Craig, have you considered Yachtmaster ladies size for Bree? Undervalued and lots of great dial and metal company. Yeah, but it's still too big for her. She needs something like 27 mils max. Max. You don't understand how tiny her wrist is. I was shocked when we tried on the 005 on her wrist. I can call in soon. Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready, lovely Bree. Okay, Leon says, Triforce Rich, I was there at Little Treasury today, and he had both the Seiko models in the case. I just bought another Astron from Little Treasury. Okay, cool. I believe this channel will reach 100K subs in 1 year, says Beyond Written Words. Well, I don't know about that. That's possible if Bree puts out some really awesome videos, which I think she's going to do. She's got some things in the works, and if she does something really awesome for this channel, I think that's a possibility. I think that could be what does it. Okay, this sounds like the lovely Bree calling in. Okay.
Hello again.
Hi. Hey, listen, I'm so sorry about yesterday.
Oh, it's okay. You'll forget things.
That was my mistake. Did you notice I played a little bit of the video earlier?
Yeah, I saw.
It's awesome. Awesome video.
Thank you.
So, you've still been working on the other videos?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good. And let's see. Somebody says they make a 29 millimeter Yachtmaster. If somebody thinks about it, send me a link. Send me a link so we can pull that up and take a look. That might still be too big for her, but that is definitely a contender. I agree, that is a contender. And Deport TGV says, Craig, I just sent an email with a complaint. Okay, well we'll take a look at that. Triforce says, I have always loved the Astron line. I did not like the green bezel Astron that Steve showed the other day. I felt the crown looked and felt cheap. Okay. Uh, Female touch is needed. Absolutely. Let's see. What do you think of the new Seiko watch? Okay, all right, we'll talk about that. All right, so lovely Bree, they're saying that we've got a push to try to get to 100,000 subscribers on this channel, and of course we've got to try to get the number of subscribers on your channel way up, also. So we'll have to figure some
Yes.
things out. We've got some plans. We've got some plans coming up here, and speaking of videos that you're working on, did you said that you were going to make a slight change to your outfit,
Right.
and you were going to
New
do you're going
shorts.
to do the old off the shoulder thing.
Right.
Okay, so
Do
can
you
you
do you think I should wear a hat or no?
um
Or like this?
maybe do one. You're doing three, right?
Yeah, three.
Maybe do one with the hat and two without. Folks, let us know in the chat.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
think Bree should wear the hat? She's doing three videos they're Bitcoin related, but she's going to do a little dancing in them. Let us know in the chat if you think she should wear the hat or not wear the hat. Okay, all right. And so, um, what change did you make to your wardrobe?
New shorts.
Different shorts. Okay, all right, all right. So why don't you demonstrate? Just do a short little demo of the move that you're going to do, and let's see if it's better with this change you made.
Okay.
And we'll let folks make a comment in the chat. Okay. So,
Yeah, different shorts, kind of longer,
okay.
and it shows more here.
Okay, a little more of that awesome curve. Okay, I got you. Okay, so now what's the move that you're going to do for the pump, for the Bitcoin pump?
This one.
Okay, so that would be the pump. Okay. All right, there you go. Well, that works. I think that works. Yeah, that looks like a nice outfit. Absolutely. All right, folks, let us know in the chat. All right, that's enough. You got to wait for them they got to watch the video. You can't show them everything now. So it's a little tease here. Um, Okay, so let us know in the chat what you think. If you think that she should wear the hat, and what do you think about the outfit? What do you think about She made a slight adjustment in her outfit from yesterday, for those of you that were watching both days. All right, let me get caught up on the comments here. Arwag says, Blue, gold is a hedge against the declining dollar. I believe gold over time will continue to go up in price just like Bitcoin. Brett says, dollar is going to hell. That's all that's happening. Gold isn't going up at all. It's USD going down. Yeah, and we're going to see that we talked about items that take a lot of labor, that take a lot of work to produce, like some of these watches, especially Grand Seiko, and other items like handmade leather goods and different things. Some things are going to get harder to get and get pricier. Other
Right.
commodity items that are easily mass produced won't be as affected by the falling dollar, but some items will. You'll see some prices of some items really spike. I think that's what we're going to see. Let's see. Let's see. Leon says, try first. The Seiko watches look nice in person. It's easy to read and quickly tell the time. The bracelet is like every other GS dress watch. I did not see the clasp. Okay. Soon it will be Zimbabwe here, says Brett. I suggest a hat and a necklace made of bitcoins. Oh, we're going to have to get her one of those. We'll have to get her a Bitcoin necklace.
I mean,
Yeah.
it does say B on it.
And she's got the necklace for B. And that's cool that stands for Brianna and Bitcoin
Yeah, and belly dance.
and belly dance. All right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I see. Okay. Arwag says, Brett, when the government prints money out of thin air, then our dollars are worthless. Very sad. Yeah, that's the thing. You've got to own equities. You've got to own solid things, right? Now, I think, Arwags, let us know what your thoughts are on real estate, because usually when you have a lot of inflation like that, real estate is a hedge. But the other problem that we have, especially in commercial real estate, is a lot of places are going out of business. So, what do you think is the short-term prediction, your short-term prediction on real estate, and then what is your prediction 10 years out? Or is our real estate gonna do okay, or should we be rethinking that position? Mr. Q's in the house. If the republic isn't kept, if the republic isn't kept in November, will become a democracy. Do you mean if the Republican isn't isn't you mean if Trump isn't reelected? I'm not sure exactly what you're saying, Mr. Q. And Bitcoin will be hurt. Okay. Our wags will obviously. Okay. Gold and silver used to back our currency. I doubt that there is much gold left. Fort Knox is probably empty. Uh-oh. Leon says she needs a necklace made up of a Mercedes-Benz hood ornament. Bring back the 90s. Okay. Triforce Rich says the reality is that if the government doesn't extend the stimulus, the economy will crash. Obviously, no printing is good. No printing is good. No printing is good for the rich. If they stopped this virus nonsense, no printing necessary. Okay. Well, the rich are definitely getting richer. That's what we're seeing happen. There's no doubt that's happening.
The ones that have Bitcoin.
And the ones that have Bitcoin, absolutely. And let's see, beyond written words, Rolex custom leopard print diamond and sapphire cosmograph is this suite for Bree. Okay, absolutely. Bree does accept generous gifts. She does accept gifts. She's got information on her website, briefitdance.com, how you can send her gifts.
Yeah, you can donate any way.
That's right. There you go. Craig, I sent Yasmister 29 links to your mail. We will pull that up. We'll pull that up as soon as we finish with the lovely Bree. And 200 BLM market cap, 200 billion market cap BTC versus 8 trillion market cap for gold. Mr. Q says, rain won't let me do bag number 2 today. Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, the hurricane. So yeah, Brett, that's
Yeah, it
it.
was
I think if we get to the 8 trillion, I think that gets us to the 400,000 Bitcoin, and then. But see, here's the thing: Bitcoin is going to suck up a lot more than just the gold market. A lot of people that normally invest in real estate and all kinds of other things, even art and antique cars, a lot of people are going to be sucked into Bitcoin and want to invest in that instead. So I think it's going to be a much bigger market than an $8 trillion market eventually, but it will take time. More upside in Bitcoin, says Brett. Apple, $2 trillion market cap. There you go. Good points. Good points. Well, I know, the only thing I know for sure, there's not a lot of things you can know for sure in this world, but one thing I know for sure is that Bree isn't going to sell her Bitcoin.
right. Never.
So there's that. And the next thing I know for sure is Bree is going to be a big success because she's a hard worker. She doesn't give up, and she's going to do some smart things. So there you go. Don't bet against the lovely Brianna. Let's see. Brett says, I wouldn't touch real estate in big cities, only rural areas. Okay, good point. Triforce Rich says, Craig, if someone buys 100 million in BTC and holds it for the next 50 years, would they be a top 100 rich person in the world? Oh, yeah. 100 million in BCC would be enough. Absolutely. They would be a whale. There are a few people right now that own that much. The Winklevi twins have more than that. There are several holders of Bitcoin that have more than 100 million in Bitcoin. But they would certainly, probably, my guess, be in the top 10, would be my guess. And yes, they would be in very good stead, be my guess. Vlad is in the house. Belly dance is not suitable for Brianna's body type. I think to be more successful, Brianna should choose a different kind of dance. Well, she's going to be doing a lot of different kinds of dance. Absolutely.
Yes, I will be.
Absolutely.
Like hoping.
And she's going to be doing a lot of things. Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can do any type.
Yeah, but she just enjoys the belly dancing, and
Yes.
but she's going to absolutely, and she's also going to do a lot of fitness related things and things that aren't even dance. I mean, she's going to, her whole thing is going to be health, fitness, beauty, and how all those things tie together. And she's also going to talk about Bitcoin and financial responsibility and personal responsibility. There aren't that many people her age that are really keen on the personal responsibility thing. Do you notice, Bree, how a lot of people, especially younger people, they blame anything that goes wrong in their life on other people, and they don't take responsibility themselves for it? It's like always it's the government's fault, or it's my mom's fault, or it's my friend's fault, or, it's my boss's fault. It's always somebody else's fault. Whereas the lovely
Right.
Bree says she's going to take responsibility and she's going to make things happen, and she's not going to worry about what other people are doing. She's going to be a success through her own actions, and that's rare. And I have to congratulate you for that. Let's see. Okay, all right. So I'm going to, after you leave, I'm going to show your website again so people know how to find you. And then we'll let them know when you release any of those videos. We'll let them know. Anything else you'd like to add before I let you go?
Um, well, to check out my YouTube channel, I uploaded one video today.
Oh yeah, I
And
saw that one. Yeah, it's pretty cool. You went through a lot of different outfits. Yeah, pretty cool.
yeah. And then just check out my Patreon.
She could use some Patreons, folks. That's a
Yeah.
hint. That's a hint. Those you rich guys out there that can just sign up, and my gosh, for as little as $5 a month, you can be a Patreon. Come on, you guys spill that much in coffee. You can do that. All right. Well, thank you, young lady, for tuning in, and
Thank you. Appreciate it.
we will make some things happen.
Bye.
All right. That was the lovely Bree, the lovely lady Brianna. Just like that, folks. That's how easy it is to call into the show. Now, let me pull up the email. Let me pull up the email. Let's see if this is something. Okay, I thought I did that. I got something I have to do, but I'll do it after the show. I think I already did it, but anyway, okay. All right. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. So this is a photo I'm going to show, but first I'm going to read the caption, then I'm going to show the photo. This was from Deport TGV. Craig, I was told that the 005 would attract chicks. Instead, all I got were angry geese. Okay, so we'll show the photo here. There you go. Look at that. Look at that. That one looks like it's getting ready to attack. I guess they don't like shiny things. I guess that goose did not like shiny things. So there you go. Imagine that. All right, let's go back here. And here's from Leon. And here is the new Astron from Little Treasury. The Astron. That's a good looking piece. I like that. I like that piece. Absolutely. Okay, and let's go back here. And here is the Yachtmaster, the link for the Yachtmaster. And I'm glad this is a Chrono 24 because I can add it to my watch list. Oh, okay, he sent the search. All right, so let's say, wow, there's an all gold one. So even the gold one is reasonable, 9,800. But I like the blue dial. So let's look at this one. This one's a 6-digit. This is very interesting. I'm going to add that to my notepad. Close that. Okay, all right. So let's take a look. Let's take a close look at this one. Very interesting. Now, what do you guys think? Do you think that a 29 mil Yachtmaster would fit nicely on Bree's tiny little wrist? What do you guys think? Now, this one does not have the newer style clasp. This one does have the stamped clasp, but it is a 6-digit unit, so I'm guessing those center links are solid. I'm not sure. I know the end links are. So that's good enough. I do like the case shape on those. I really do. And it looks like a pretty solid piece. Box and papers, obviously. At least that's what that's looking like. I think that's very, very interesting. Of course, it's got micro adjustments. Let me know what you guys think. What's your opinion on that? You think 29 mil would work on the lovely Breeze wrist? Let me know what you think. Let's see. And Blue says, Vlad, you are incorrect. Bree can dance anything successfully. Okay, Triforce Rich, if that same person who bought the 100 million in Bitcoin decided to buy boxes and boxes of steel Rolex for fun, would you question their judgment? I think so. I think so. If they spent that kind of money and didn't get solid gold, I would absolutely question their judgment. Stack says, man, I wish I knew what you all know at her age. Oh my gosh, yes. She's going to have such a head start on people. I'd have so much money in my bank accounts. Okay. What was that? Somebody calling. That was a scammer, I think. Let's see, Mr. Q. Dance is second to Bree, meaning if it wasn't a Bree, then Dance would have to fill the void. Okay, I agree. Absolutely. Subscribe to YouTube. Okay. Buford Dance says thank you at Stacks. Okay. Is that an HD strap on the 005? That's a good question. He'll have to answer that question. I don't know. Sent my 2 favorites below. Sent an email. Okay, we'll take a look. In the email, bottom 2 links. Okay. 29 millimeter Yachtmaster would look amazing. I've seen it on Ladies Wrist in person. None of the 29 millimeter will have the new clasp. Okay. Craig, buy Bree a Rolex. You have the bucks, and she gives a lot to your channel as well. You can do it. Oh, she's going to get something nice. There's no doubt she's going to get something nice. She's not going to wear a piece of junk watch. I can tell you that right now. Jaden, Craig, you and Bree should get matching Yacht Masters. No, that probably won't happen. Bree, if you're still hanging out, what do you think about the Yacht Master? What do you think about the Yacht Master? It's kind of a sporty option. What do you think about the Yacht Master? See, she might want something that looks a little more elegant, but then again, she might want the sporty vibe of the Yacht Master. I think it's cool. I think it's pretty hip. And that is very doable. Very doable. Not a bad price point at all. Not a bad price point. Okay, let's check the email before we forget. Before we let the show get away from us. We're halfway through the show, folks. Can you imagine that? I don't see the email. Okay, there it is. There it is. Okay. And these are regarding BTC. Oh, jeez. Okay, here's a little chart for people that want to check that out. Maximalist is at the top there, okay. And trusting government, knowledge of history. There you go. There you go. All right. That's right. Absolutely. We shall see how this whole thing plays out. It's going to be interesting. All right. That's the last email I see here, folks. I don't see any other emails. So let me know if I'm missing anything. Did Lance ever find the all-gold Yachtmaster with the new clasp? Well, I think they're saying that particular size Yachtmaster has not been available with the new clasp. This size, 29 mil. So was it discontinued or something? Is that the deal? Where it's no longer available? Is that why you can't get it with the new clasp? Do tell. Lamont in the house. There you go. Absolutely. Lamont hanging out. By the way, where's Lance? I don't see Lance. 36 live viewers right now. And Lance doesn't seem to be one of them. Let's do a time check. There's the 231 Stunner. I'll tell you what. The more I own the 231, the more I realize that it is the ultimate sports watch. There is no watch on the face of the planet, no sport watch, that trumps the 231. And it's not even a close call, folks. I don't say something like that if there's debate to be had. I don't make a statement of fact like that if there's any reason to debate it. And there is no reason to debate it. It's just like today. It really pisses me off when people dump on the state of Florida, say how lousy a job they've done handling the virus situation, when the data does not support that at all. What the data shows is that they've done a spectacular job. They've held the death rate way down compared to what New York had. New York has the same population as Florida, and New York basically, slaughtered their elderly community. I mean, they basically just wiped them out. I mean, it was just like insane, right? They didn't protect them at all. And the most vulnerable, right, fell to the virus. And Florida did the opposite. They protected them. And that's why they've kept the deaths, relatively speaking, low, much lower than New York, right? And they have a higher population of elderly people. So it really pisses me off when these people go in there and dump on Florida and say how lousy a job they're doing and all this. Now their case numbers are so high and all. We don't know what the case numbers were in New York because they weren't doing enough testing, right? But we do know the death numbers. We do know how many people died up there, and it's a huge number. And we know how many people died in Florida, and it's a much smaller number than, and it will be when it's all said and done. It's going to end up being a much smaller number. And I told this one idiot, I said, I'll bet you one Bitcoin. that you're wrong, and that Florida, at the end of the day, it will end up that they did a much better job. And he says, "Oh, that's terrible to be betting on something like that or whatever." I said, "Listen," I said, "you're the one lying about it. I'm just calling you on it. I'm just calling you on your lie." I said, I think it's pretty low down for you to be lying about such a thing." So anyway, he backed down. He was a punk. He backed down. He didn't want to put his money where his mouth was. He probably doesn't even have a Bitcoin. So there's how that works. Let's see. Craig, we need a live show of you buying Bree her Rolex or GS. Yeah, but I might end up buying it online. If I end up buying that one, for example, it might be an online purchase. See, the problem is some of these watches are not that easy to find local. They may not have the selection, right? So we might have to buy it online. And yeah, I'm going to challenge Steve to see if he has something competing. I would rather go GS if we can, but if there's nothing adequate, then it might have to be a Rolex. I'm a big fan of GS, but if they don't have something that makes sense for the lovely Lady Bree, then we might have to go to our second choice, which would be Rolex. Let's see. I vote Cartier for Bree. Put the difference in Bitcoin. She needs something really robust. She needs a real sport watch because she's going to wear it all the time. She's going to go in the water with it. I mean, she's very active, very physically active. So she needs something that can handle the rough and tumble. She's pretty amazing. So Kyle's in the house on the 2-3 run, and all watches that have a date window, they should be matching the backdrop color of the date wheel to the dial color. I don't mind that white date wheel with the black numeral on it. I think it stands out nice, and I think it goes nice with the indices. With the other indices are white, right? The markers, if you will, the 5-minute interval markers. I think that white looks good. I like it. Okay, let's see. Sadly, Florida has been plagued by progressives, rhinos, and leftist refugees. Craig, if you had to move out of Maryland, where would you go? If I didn't have my business here, my business is really keeping me here right now. If I didn't have that, let's say I sold the business tomorrow, I would keep my place in Florida. I love Florida in the wintertime. And I would probably buy a place up north somewhere, maybe in Maine, somewhere where it's nice and cool in the summertime. And then I would probably just travel back and forth. And I'd probably buy a place up there that I could have enough room to have a nice garage for my motor coach and put the coach inside and then travel, when I want to in the coach. That would probably be my plan. Or somewhere in North Carolina with some elevation, somewhere up at like 5,000 feet. There's some really nice resorts, like motor coach resorts in the mountains in North Carolina with really nice views and stuff. That would be a possibility too. Just somewhere where I could go during the hot months and get away from the heat in Florida, right? From like May through November. I mean, you want to be out of there for the whole summer, and most of the spring. I mean, it just gets hot, right? Let's see. Kevin, I'm guessing Florida. You are right, Craig, about Florida. Nobody is talking about the equality protests, but those caused the virus spread. But it allowed because it's social justice. Yeah, well, I mean, here's the thing. I mean, the spread is actually a good thing, right? The more people that get it, Now, not counting people that are at risk, people that are at high risk, they should be staying away and at home and sequestering themselves, right? But let's assume you're not at high risk. If you get it and get over it, that's good. That's good. We're getting closer to herd immunity. And people say there is no such thing. Wrong. Sweden proved there is. They're doing great. They got herd immunity, basically, and they're doing great. And so their strategy turned out to be correct. And of course, nobody is going to say that, right? Nobody's going to admit that all these lockdowns and all the mask foolishness and all this stuff was a total fail, was totally unnecessary and should have never been done. Nobody's going to admit that. Let's see. Kyle, would you ever leave California? I think he would. Steve does have Lady GS in stock. It is the same case with the 002 Stunner. Yeah, but do any of them have a screw-down crown? Are any of them pressure-proof? Are any of them a legit sport watch? Val says, for Brianna's type, especially with the hat on, the suitable watch would be Cartier Santos limited edition stainless steel with gold bezel and black dial. Just came out in 2020. I don't think that's enough of a sport watch. I do not think that's enough of a sport watch. First of all, it needs to be on a bracelet. Is that on a bracelet? Right there could be an issue. Kyle's in the house. Be served. That's why I'm here to complain about the things no one else seems to notice. Sam's in the house. That would be a fun live show with Bree at the AD. Absolutely. Jaden, 276 COVID deaths in Florida versus 3867 in New York. I know at least one motorcycle accident death in Orlando that was recorded COVID. Well, but they were doing the same thing in New York, so we're comparing apples to apples there, right? A lot of the deaths are of course, going to be, earmarked as the virus because they get extra money. Follow the money, man. Of course they're going to say it was as a result of the virus. New York is a joke. Yes, a bad joke. I would definitely leave, Kevin. I ordered the Seiko SPB149J1. Can't wait to get it. Okay. Craig, why don't you take Bree out to all the watch boutiques and document it for the channel? We're going to do some of that. She's going to come in September, and we're probably going to do some of that sort of thing. We will do some of that sort of thing. Stay tuned. A lot of exciting stuff is coming. Got a lot of things in the works. For activities and water sports, she may use G-Shock. I don't want her to have to change off. I don't like doing that myself because you never know, right? You could be at a party or something, and all of a sudden people would say, "Hey, let's hit the pool" or whatever. I mean, you got to be ready at any time to be in a sporting situation like that. So no, I think she needs to have one watch that she can do that whatever she wants to do and not be constrained. Now me, I have a straight up dress watch, this one, which I will wear for dress purposes, and in which case, I'm not jumping in the pool, right? But the lovely Bree, she may be in a circumstance where she needs to jump in the pool. And yeah, I think she absolutely needs a watch that can handle it, right? A watch that can handle the action. Let's see. I'm looking at Wyoming for my summers, Mr. Q. Where would you go, Kyle? Okay. If the world ever goes back to normal, Thailand. I'm looking at other places in the U.S., though. Where should I go? Okay, there you go. Kevin says, New York is the worst. It is the worst first time in my life I'm looking to get out of here. Okay. Screw down crown is a myth made up by Rolex. You don't need a screw down crown. Seiko's first divers watches did not have them, and they were fine. Well, yeah, the thing about the screw down crown to me is that it just stabilizes it in place. It's not what seals it, but it stabilizes it in place, and it seems more robust to me. And again, I have a lot of experience with Rolexes over the years and so forth, and it just gives me that comfort factor that I like. So, is it a necessity? Maybe not. Maybe he's got a Grand Seiko that has 100-meter water resistance. That's a lady's watch that would meet the needs. We'll see. I do not. I mean, I have an open mind here, folks. But I am a fan of the screw-down crowns. I have to be honest. Let's see here. And it seats it against the seal precisely, right? When you screw it down and you know it's going to be in that exact position every time, it's easier to fashion the seal and make sure that it's seating properly and all that. I think it just gives a little more precision to the seating. Thomas is in the house. Hi, Craig. Ratcliffe Jewelers has a large amount of ladies' Rolex in stock, okay? Including used. I still want it, though, for some reason, okay. Megan's in the house, okay. And we've got 10 minutes of show left, and she's in the house. What part of New York are you in, Kevin? Kyle, you should move to Frisco. Go Giants. Yeah, that's going from the fire to the frying pan, going from where he is up to San Francisco. I think that's even worse. Let's see. I don't understand why some people say they need G-Shocks to work out. Steel Sports can handle it. Yeah, absolutely. That 231 right there is extremely rugged, extremely heavy duty. It is no freaking joke, folks. Let's see. Kyle's in the house. Leon, no way. If I move, it won't be to another place inside California. Triforce, Deport TGV 2020. Do you push the iron with the 005? I imagine Craig's DNA gives you extra strength. Leon's in the house. Come on, I hear Imperial County is nice. There are almost no people around. That 005 must have some powers. Yeah, I would think it would. Let's see. Yes, Radcliffe Jewelers has a large amount of used ladies' Rolex in stock. Okay, good to know. Kyle, Northern California isn't as bad as the South, believe me. Yeah, but San Francisco is a cluster, you know what. It's pretty bad. West Hampton, Long Island. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's check email, make sure that we're not missing anything here. Okay. Looks okay. We look good. We look good, folks. So, I'll tell you, I had a sponsor today. I sent out a lot of my billing yesterday, and today I did a lot of my billing. I bill every month. The sponsors pay an annual contract, so some sponsors come up for renewal each month, right? And so I sent out my invoices, and some of the businesses are really having trouble, right? Really having trouble. Some of them are absolutely shut down. And one business I talked to, you know, he's been struggling, and I told him, I said, listen, I said, I'm sending you the invoice because I got to keep records of everything anyway. I'm sending you the invoice. I said, and you can pay whatever portion you want. I'm going to allow partial payment. You can pay whatever portion of the invoice that you want, and I will credit you the balance. In other words, you won't have to pay the rest. You'll be done for this year, right? You'll, you know, consider it a gift. To help get you through this tough time, right? We got to stick together here, and we got to do what we can do. And he said, "Oh, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. That'll help a lot." And sent him out the invoice and so on. And you know what? He paid it in full, because they can pay electronically or they can mail a check, right? I send an electronic invoice to him, and I also send a hard copy in the mail. It wasn't an hour later after I talked to him on the phone, and he paid the full bill. Done, right? I straight up told him he could pay whatever portion he wanted, and I would credit him the rest. I mean, that's a guy that is like a classy operation. He realizes the value of my services, and he decided he wanted to pay the whole bill on his own. That is a vote of confidence, folks, in your services. So there you go. What's my email address? It's my name at gmail.com. CraigShipp, CraigShipp, 2 P's, CraigShipp at gmail.com. That is my email address. The 005 glows when it's time to buy Bitcoin. Craig, okay, I already read that. Kyle Jet, I'm currently visiting my hometown of Sacramento right now, passing through Fresno, Stockton, Modesto. Something in the air felt soul-killing for some reason. Okay. Craig, I'm thinking about another 200 miles north of San Francisco. Okay. That might be a plan. Leon, be nice, Craig. Frisco is okay. It has Pelosi as an outstanding citizen of the city. Kyle says, do you take the 99 or the 5? Okay. Will you are right about the way north, actually. Nice up there. Kyle, I hear you just buying time, and I will be out of this state as well. The Port TGV, the 5. We are considering everything north of the Bay Area to be South Oregon. I live outside of Redding near Mount Shasta. Okay. Good one, Kyle. Okay. California on our mind today. So there you go. I'll tell you the next thing I've got my eye on. What do you guys think? To go with the 002 Stunner, do you think I need a faux pay bracelet on this wrist? Like the one Steve has? Do you think that would be a nice accent to the 002 Stunner? A faux pay bracelet? FOPE. I guess you pronounce it faux pay or whatever. Anyway, what do you think? You think that would be a big plus? You know the one that Steve has. Should I have one of those on this wrist over here? This wrist feels kind of naked right now. What do you think about that? Let's see here. Yeah, I've spent time in all those cities. The port, not the best, but at least it's affordable. Wait, did Rich get a new watch? I missed that. I put in the order, Kyle. Steve had one left, so hopefully we'll be here soon. There you go. Yes, it was that stunner. That stunner right there that he put the order in for, I believe. I believe that's the stunner in question. Okay, we're coming up on showtime on wrapping this show up because we started early, folks, so I can even wrap a little bit early if I choose to. Let me show the Lovely Breeze website because I promised I would do that. I'm going to start keeping my promises, folks. BreeFitDance.com, and if you go there, you will find links to all her social media, and you will find link to her Patreon, all of that good stuff. So you can show some support for the lovely Bree Fit Dance. Let's see. Trevor Switch says, first GS, so if I like, expect praise, and if I'm underwhelmed, expect me to roast Craig on his constant GS praise. Unbiased opinions incoming after I wear the pep. Absolutely. Well, you should also Skype in. You should Skype into the show and give us an honest report. Absolutely. Craig, any examples of a bracket, of a bracelet? Oh. Well, you don't remember the one that Steve wears, the faux pay bracelet that he wears? Because that's the one I'm talking about. He wears it all the time. I can't. Oh, Eduardo's calling. Okay, let's get this call. Let's get this call. Let me get
G'day.
my headset on here. Okay. Hey, can you turn the camera horizontal?
Yes. Oh,
Way we can
oh yes,
fill
yes.
the
I
whole
keep forgetting
screen.
that.
There we go. Perfect. All right. Hello. You
Sure.
called in. You're getting in right under the wire here.
I know. I'm a little late here. Oh, my bad.
No worries. No
I'm, try
worries. Oh,
I'm trying. Oh, here we go.
you took a
Yeah, there we go. There we
snapshot.
go.
There you go. Okay.
So,
Oh, here's the wrist roll. Okay, take it slow here. Slow. That's stunning. Whoa, that is stunning. Okay, roll back the other way. Nice and slow. Yeah. Wow. That's one thing a lot of people do. They do wrist rolls too fast where you really can't see, but that looks good. And how does it feel on wrist? Does it center nicely and sit
yeah.
nice?
No, it's centered perfectly now with the proper measurements. You can see there it's properly centered now.
And it
Um,
doesn't drift around on your wrist. It stays in the right
oh no,
spot.
no, no. It's snug. It's snug. I could even do one more hole, but that's too snug. Like it starts hurting at that point.
Well, see, that's the
Um,
beauty, in my opinion, of the leather, and this is what I didn't know before I got one, is you can wear them a little bit loose and it works. Whereas with a
yep,
bracelet,
yep,
it'll, kind of jingle all around on your wrist, whereas the leather, even if it's a little bit loose, it still stays, at least it does with mine. My 002 is
yep.
a little
Same
bit
thing.
on the loose side, but it stays perfectly, and I can also slide it down on the other side of the bone, closer to the hand. I can
Yep,
slide
I
it
get
down
you. Yeah.
there and it works fine. So I have done a complete 180 on straps. I didn't like the concept of straps before. I was all bracelet all the time, but now I love the strap on my 002. And I'll tell you, that strap looks stunning on that piece.
Yeah, no, just mind the farm tractors going by here.
Cool, cool.
No, yeah, it looks great. Unfortunately, I dropped the watch Saturday morning trying to put it on in the dark in the
Uh-oh.
morning.
Uh-oh.
It's been running about minus 12 seconds, so I think I'm gonna set it back for regulation. Hopefully, just
Oh no. Oh
yeah,
no.
hopefully just regulation, not a service, but that won't be too bad.
See,
Um,
that's why there's a big advantage to having a deployant clasp.
yes, yes, for sure. That's when I thought about it. But
Now,
I really like that.
do they make Does Rolex make a deployant clasp that you could get your hands on?
I think they do, but they only offered them for the Rolex Cellini, so they're solid 18 karat, and the ones I've seen for sale are roughly 2,000 Canadian, so
So they never
13,
they
1,400.
never they never made any in steel?
I don't think so, because I think
Okay.
all the Cellinis are pretty much precious metal.
Okay.
Um, I would have to ask my watchmaker; he would know if there's any available in stainless steel. But I really do like that Rolex clasp on there with that crocodile.
Yeah, you're just going to have to make a concerted effort to be more careful because
Yeah,
that
well,
that that is the
I usually
downside.
I usually bring it to my chest here and push on it so I can get the other strap to come around. But
Hmm.
that morning I wasn't fully awake and I just pulled on the other side and it went upside down on me.
Yeah. Well, that's the
But
type of thing that once you do it once, you're probably not going to do it again because you probably.
no, for sure. And I even thought about just putting the bracelet back on for that sake. But no, the HG strap's really nice for the price as well. A strap like this, to his competitor there, Air and Bespoke would cost like 180 USD,
Hmm.
and these only cost 85 USD.
Yeah, he's very reasonable, and I think the quality is fantastic.
Yeah,
That
and
looks like it's
customer
got a
service is great.
folded. Looks like it's got a folded edge on it too.
Yes, for sure. I got that folded edge
Yeah.
as you
See,
recommended.
that's
Yeah,
high end.
yeah. And the color it was a little more tan, like a light tan.
Hmm.
But when I got it, I put on mink oil
Yeah.
and gave it a more of a darker sheen. Eventually, over time, it will lighten up a little bit, especially right there. You can see it's a little bit almost a blacker.
Well, it'll lighten up, but then again, you'll continue to get your oils from your hand in it and
Yeah,
all, and so
yeah,
it'll get a nice patina to it. It's going to look very nice.
yeah. It's gonna look great. I'm happy with it. Really happy.
Yeah, I say two thumbs up. It's a shame about the drop, but
Yeah, I know. I'm upset as well, but luckily I have two stunners to wear, so
how was it
I'll just wait
running?
till the event.
How was it running before the drop?
Before the drop, it was running about plus 1.5 to plus 2 seconds on wrist per day.
Mm-hmm. Good.
Um, so over 3 days, it'd be up 6 seconds. But if I would have put it crown up for the whole night, it would lose around the 6 seconds.
Okay.
Um, so in theory, 0, 0.
Gotcha. Yeah, you're just breaking up just a hair there. Okay, well, it sounds like it was pretty good before the drop, so hopefully it's going to, like you say, just be an adjustment. Think we're losing Eduardo's connection. Okay, yeah, you were fading out there. I'm going to let you go, Eduardo. Thank you very much
Sure,
for showing us.
no problem. Thanks. See
All
you, Craig.
right, there you go. Another success story. He's got the HD strap stunner, and it wasn't quite the right length on the one side, and so they made it right. They made it right, and now it's perfect. That's what we expect. Perfection. HDstraps.com. HDstraps.com. That's where you got that strap. All right, we're going to wrap this up. Let's see here. Let's see. Okay, not a fan of the bracelet. I think less is more in this case. Okay. Eduardo saved it. I'm still a newbie. Okay. Yeah, I got a decent discount. Not a crazy deal or anything. As Steve said, they were moving too fast, but all things considered, the price is better than I could get from anyone else for sure. And hopefully you didn't have to pay tax. Hopefully. But we probably shouldn't discuss that on a live feed. Triforce Riches in the house. Let's put it this way. It cost me about the same as a tutor would, okay? Yeah, he quoted me on it, and there isn't any better deal out there on that piece. That looks good, Eduardo. Sent you an email that has a few links to watches. There are a few more on the site. Just didn't want to send you 20 in one email. Is that a tutor? Couldn't see it. Rolex on. Okay. Okay. Okay, nice look. No, please. Okay. All right. Let's look at the email. And then we are going to wrap it up. Here are a few. Oh, these are Radcliffe Jewelers. Okay. So I'll pull up a couple of these here real quick. And then, it's loading awful slow. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think we want a 6-digit watch for her, though. Because this one's going to have, I think, the hollow end links and stuff. So I think we want a 6-digit. So let's see if he's got any in here that are 6-digit. I can't really tell. I'm going to click on the second one here. This one's a 5-digit also, so I'm not even going to show that. Let's go to the third one. 5-digit. Yeah, I don't think we want to go 5-digit for the lovely Bree. Click on the fourth one here. That's a 5-digit as well. I should have been clearer that we want to try to go with the 6-digit. Let me go down to the end here. See if we got a 6-digit. No, these are all 5 digits, I think. And this one's a 31 mil. Yeah, I think we want to go with a 6-digit because we found some 6 digits the other day that were definitely affordable prices. And so, yeah. All right, folks, we're going to wrap it up. I'm getting hungry. So, on that note, we'll show the Lovely Breeze website one more time, and then we'll get ready to wrap this puppy up. It's been a really big show. Really big show. Let's see. But yeah, no tax with Steve plus discount, so it comes out for a steal on an already low-priced watch. Absolutely. All right, folks, subscribe, click the bell. We will see you next time.